Hello friends, today now we will see the condition for conformality. So conformal mapping, we have seen what is conformal mapping. So when a function f of z is conformal, so a map f of z is conformal at a given point z equal to z naught, if that function is analytic. So this is important. If that function is analytic at that point, and if the first derivative of the function at z naught is not equal to 0, so then the function has to be is also conformal. Okay, now let us see some of the conformal maps. So what we will do is we will take a linear transformation. Okay, that means w equal to az plus b. Okay, so why it is linear? Because the degree of z is 1. Okay, another thing is that it's a polynomial. Okay, it's a polynomial in z, and we know that polynomials are analytic. Okay, then you calculate the derivative of this. So what is f dash z at this point? It is a. So what we will do is we will take a to be not equal to 0. So here I'll take a to be not equal to 0. Okay, this condition is this condition is important as to uh, get a conformal map. So then this becomes a conformal map, right? Okay, so now this is a conformal map. This map you can make types of this map. Okay, so depending on the values of a and b are actually complex constants. So I say here where a comma b are complex constants, and only thing is the condition that a is not equal to 0. Okay, now this particular linear transformation can be divided into different type of transformations. Okay, so depending on the values of a and b, what these kind of transformations we have. So let us make a parts of this. So this conformation, this linear transformation is called identity transformation. Identity transformation. Okay, if a equal to 1 and b equal to 0. Okay, so if I put a equal to 1 and b equal to 0, I'll get w as z, simply z. That means it is an identity transformation. The next transformation is the translation. And translation is obtained if I put a equal to 1 and b as it is. So if I just put a equal to 1, what I'll get? W is equal to z plus b. So this is a translation. Okay, so what we are doing is we are translating z by b units. Okay, and we'll get our w. So that's why it is called as a translation. The next one is rotation. Rotation. So what we are doing is the z number, the complex number, we are rotating. Okay, by say angle theta. Okay, so we will put a to be equal to e to the power I theta naught. Okay, uh, e to the power I theta naught, and b we will put as 0. Let us take b to be 0 and e to the power I theta naught as a. Then our w will be what? It is e to the power I theta naught times z. Okay, so we will get the rotation. We will get the effect of rotation by using this transformation. Then there are more types. The next one is stretching or scaling. Scaling. Okay, and this scaling is obtained if I put a b equal to 0. So I put b equal to 0. That means w equal to az. So what we are doing is we are stretching z point. So if this a is greater than 1, so if a greater than 1, okay, we'll get the extension of z, okay. And if so, this is called as expansion. And if 0 less a less 1, that means, see, a cannot be 0 and a cannot be negative as well. A will be between 0 to 1, and between, when it is between 0 to 1, you get the contraction, right? So let me just repeat this. See that we are considering a linear transformation, w equal to az plus b, where the condition is that a is not equal to 0, because we need to keep it conformal, okay. So a and b are complex numbers, complex constants. Then depending on the values of a and b, we have different types of linear transformations, okay. What kind of linear transformations we have? First is identity, okay, where a equal to 1 and b equal to 0, so it is simply w equal to z. Then translation, then rotation, and then scaling, okay. So all these are linear transformations. We'll see the problems based on these linear transformations in the next video. Thank you.